Hello boys and girls, a very good morning and welcome to this live doubts clarification session on quantitative aptitude and reasoning brought to you by Talent Sprint. I hope all of you are healthy and your preparation for all the upcoming bank exams is in high gear. Right? You know that the IBPS RRB mains exams is scheduled to start from tomorrow. I think tomorrow, and then the next Sunday we have your IBPS RRB mains exam scheduled. So I hope all of you are fully geared up to take that exam and you'll do well. And also a lot of other exams lined up like RBI assistants, IBPS clerks, IBPS specialist officers. So I just hope that with all these opportunities coming your way, you are all excited and yes, leaving no stone unturned to get fully ready and make the most of this limited time available with all of you. Yeah. Now, this is the first time that we have clubbed the quantitative aptitude and reasoning doubts clarification session, right? So going forward, from today onwards, you will have quantitative aptitude and reasoning doubts clarification in the same session, right? So it's just to make sure that you don't have to wait for 2 weeks for a aptitude doubts clarification session or 2 weeks for a reasoning doubts clarification session, right? We'll be meeting more often, all right? So I think that's one important update for all of you. I hope all of you are fine with this, right? So alternate weeks we'll have quantitative aptitude and reasoning together, and the other alternate weeks we'll have English doubts clarification. Now I see that a lot of you have joined the chat already. It's always great to see you guys joining through the chat and interacting with us, but today is special because I have one of our students joining me not to the chat but live here in the studio, and he's one of those 2,300 students across the country who have cracked the SBI PO 2017 exam. And not just the exam, he's got into the final selection list, and he'll be joining in the State Bank of India as a probationary officer this year, right? Now you know that SBI PO is one of the most sought after jobs in the country and highly competitive, right? For 2,200 odd jobs, we have about 25 lakh people applying for this exam. So it is great to have someone joining us here, right? And I'm sure all of you would love to meet him, interact with him, and get some of your doubts or some of your questions answered. Doubts as in not doubts related to the subject, but things related to your preparation and in other general stuff there. So I am glad to welcome Siddhartha. Siddhartha is from Kolkata, who has flown into Hyderabad today, and he's here in the studio. So welcome Siddhartha, and congratulations for cracking the SBI PO job this year. Thank you. Why don't you tell something about yourself first?
Hello everyone guys, and good morning to one and all. And it's a very great feeling to have cracked SBI PO Mains 2017, and I'm indebted to Rohit who actually called me through one of the associates from Talent Sprint last week only to be here and have a one-on-one interactive session with all you guys through chat, and it's a very good feeling. I can't just explain. It's completely. I am completely speechless, and so I currently am working with in TCS Kolkata, and I completed my matriculation in St. Paul's School, Rourkela in 2009, and completed my 12th in St. Paul's School itself in 2011, and I have completed my mechanical engineering in one of the government colleges of Odisha, Indirani Institute of Technology, in 2015, and I was employed in TCS for 2 years, and from 2016 onwards I started preparing for SBI PO. I took it up a little bit seriously because the kind of unemployment situation we have in India, and there was a family pressure also to be in a good job so that I can settle myself completely before 25-26 years before I become cross 25 or 26 years, and so I took it up a little bit seriously, and I feel happy and it's completely speechless. I can't tell you anymore the feeling.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm glad that you've spoken so much, because when I met him a few minutes ago, he's just walked into our office hour back, I guess, and I ran into him. So when I met him for the first time, he was actually not able to talk. He was so happy that he's cracked this job, and I'm more than happy to meet him, right? And I would love to meet you all once you get your dream bank job. So basically, Siddhartha says that you have done your graduation in 2015, right?
Yes.
In mechanical engineering, and then you got a campus selection in TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. You worked there for 2 years.
2 years.
And what is your profile there? System engineer?
System engineer.
System engineer.
System engineer, October 19.
And then he felt that, there was some pressure from the family, and he also felt that he should be, shifting his career now into banking, right? Definitely one of the most secure jobs in the country today. And then he started preparing for State Bank of India, right? SBI
Yes.
or bank exams in general. I think what you had told me was you did not take it very
No, for the first year,
seriously in the first
for
attempt.
the first time, like 2016, I did not take up that seriously. My mom only asked me to give that particular exam and see if you can just go through the prelims and just be in mains.
Right.
So I just I cracked the prelims, went into mains, and as I told you, like some minutes before, I completely lost it there because
Right.
the kind of pattern that came in XBI PO 2016, that was a completely different level to the kind of questions that had been coming in like previous years, like 2011, 2013, or 2015. So I lost there completely, and I started preparing seriously from January, this year's January.
Right.
And I just nailed it completely.
Good to see that. And by the way, you can see that a lot of your fellow students are showering their greetings on you here, right? Congratulations is what all of them can see. By the way, it's great to have a student, right in the studio here, right? I mean, this is where
Just want to talk to one of the guys who was posted one message, Shravani Aram.
Yeah. So by the way, Shravani, for others, Shravani tells that, congratulations Siddharth, and even I resigned from my TCS Hyderabad after working for 2 years. Yeah, so what do you want to tell to Shravani?
Actually, I would like to tell her she should not have resigned, because if you're that much serious that yes, I can go through and I can keep myself completely from all the different activities that are happening across the world, then I think you can just nail it. But if you resign thinking that yes, I can do it and I can do that, but after that some months you find out that no, I am not able to do justice to the program which I've taken up for bank exams and all, then you are making a big mistake there. So for me, you should not have resigned, at least. Because one of my peers also working in TCS told me once or twice, when I used to tell him that that I would be resigning and all, he told me never do that.
Okay.
Be in job, prepare as hard as possible, but don't resign. Just be in job and do it.
Okay, good. So I think that's the message to Shravani, and I'm sure Shravani has, cautiously thought through the decision and then made a decision. So we hope Shravani also cracks and gets a dream job this year. By the way, we have a lot of other people from TCS here. Gauri Sharma says, congratulations Siddharth, and I am in TCS too for 2 years just like you. And then we have Mukesh Raj, who's also done his mechanical engineering. So a lot of common grounds here, right?
Yes.
So good to see you all, and I have a couple of questions before they ask any
time to
so let's take up Vipul's question. Vipul says, how much time did you take to crack this?
Roughly 7 months. Roughly
7 months of serious preparation. Because you also appeared in 2016, but you did not prepare then, right?
I did not prepare then.
So 7 months is what it took him to crack the SBI
7 months. That's
exam.
That's
and what other exams did you appear for?
I only appeared for SBI PO and IBPS PO. No,
IBPS PO 2017.
17 and 16.
So what happened in 16 IBPS PO 2016?
16 means in IBPS I went through the prelims. Okay.
Right.
Then I wrote the mains. In main examination, I think previous year's cutoff was 52.5 or something like that, near about. So I scored 70, but I could not crack the sectional
so you lost
marks of two. I think that was of general awareness and a computer.
So you lost in the sectional cutoff.
Yeah, sectional cutoff.
And how was your IBPSP exam this year?
I did not take up that seriously. So
because you already got the interview call.
No, not due to the interview, but somehow I got this feeling in my mind that yes, I will make it to SBI. Okay. So that is why I did not prepare that seriously for IBPSP. So when I checked the results, I could not crack.
Okay.
Because questions are also a little bit tough this time compared to previous year IBPS. This year's question was a little bit tough.
Good. So basically, you kind of took 4 exams in the last couple of years, and you've cracked SBI PO, which is great. And 7 months of preparation is
intensive preparation is required.
Okay. So which is your favorite subject, Siddharth? Aptitude, reasoning, English language.
Aptitude.
Which of these is your favorite?
Aptitude and English.
Aptitude and English language, right? And which is the most difficult one?
Difficult is always it's going to be reasoning. Because you get puzzles there, the kind of puzzles that you have been getting for 2 years is seriously reasoning is going to be difficult.
Right. I think Rahul wants to know how did you start your preparation and what was your strategy from the scratch? So why did you tell about what happened during these 7 months? Because a lot of our students are working professionals, and the one decision that they are unable to make easily is, should we leave our job or not? Like Shravani had mentioned that she has left her job, right? You are of the view that you should not have left the job, right? And this is one thing that a lot of people contemplate. Should I be working and preparing, or should I just leave my job and then focus only on preparation? So all these guys who are working professionals would love to know about your strategy, because you had been working in TCS, right, as a systems engineer, a full-time job, and then you have to prepare for your exams. So how did you manage time, and how does it work?
So from my personal point of view, since from 2015 onwards, before joining TCS itself, I had been preparing for CAT and all that.
Okay.
So I had done quantitative aptitude, almost completed it, and as well as English also.
Right.
So, but I didn't prepare anything into 2016. So when I got to SBI PO mains, as well as just missed IBPS PO mains by this sectional cutoff and all that. After that, I started taking up this thing very seriously. So I joined Talent Sprint, I think, on 23rd of January this year.
You remember the date, 23rd of January?
Obviously.
Okay.
I joined on
23rd of January 2017.
2017.
Okay.
I joined Talent Sprint, and I started going through all the videos that they are in the quantitative section, as well as the reasoning and English. Then I started solving that particular general awareness portion, which you give 10 or 12 questions, 10 15 questions each day.
Right.
Okay, that also I started solving, and also started solving general awareness from other the websites. Okay.
Yeah.
So then for me, I started if I talk about a complete day, when I get up around 5:30 p.m. or 5:30 a.m. in the morning, start preparing from 6 onwards to 8, watch all the videos. Okay. Thereafter I will go to my office and all.
Right. What is your office timings for their information?
Office timing, for me it was I told my supervisor that I can't be working up till 7 and all that. I will come only in the morning and leave by 6.
Okay.
I made him this very clear in the beginning.
And you have that flexibility in TCS.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I told him that that particular thing, and he was completely satisfied with my work and all that. He never pressurized me to stay beyond 6. Okay.
Right.
So I when I come back, I
So your office starts at what, 10?
No, office actually starts at 10.
Okay.
But I go to office at 8:30 a.m. in the morning.
Achha, 8:30 to 6.
8:30 to 6.
Okay.
After that, after coming back from office, from 7 onwards, I will start preparing for going through reasoning videos and all that, and solving that general awareness. And I will also solve some questions from the CAT books and all that, because quantitative aptitude, particularly for mains, is really hard.
Yes.
So you need to solve some questions from CAT. So I used to solve some questions from CAT books also, and just that much only. For English also, one CAT book was there. I think Arun Sharma used to solve.
Right.
So
7 to what? 7 till what time?
7 to I think 9:30 p.m. After that, I will have my dinner and play FIFA for 2 hours, and I will sleep at exactly.
So that exactly is what I wanted to know. Is it not boring to prepare throughout the day? You start your preparation at 6 to 8, and then office, and then come back and again prepare. So I was about to ask that what was your pastime, but I think you've mentioned that you used to play FIFA.
Because that is the only game I have been playing for 5 years from college onwards. Okay. So I continue to play even now. Now I am playing for 8-9 hours, because I have that much time. I go to office since I have resigned, so I go to office for 5-6 hours, come back.
Right. And so you've resigned from your job now?
Yes. I quit on 27th
October. And when is your joining in SBIBO?
Joining hasn't come yet.
Okay.
But I'm expecting last year they gave around 45 days for joining. So I expect that they would be giving within 1st of December or 2nd of December most probably.
Okay.
But since everything has been running out of schedule, it might be January also.
So why did you resign then? You were you wanted a break, or?
No, I had this in my mind, I have been staying away from my parents for the last 4 years. I studied in engineering college,
Right.
And I didn't have couldn't spend enough time with my parents. Then I have been here for Kolkata for the last 2 years.
Okay.
So I am very much attached to my mother, not that to my father, but very much profoundly attached to my mother. Okay.
Yeah.
I can while in college I used to call her 5-6 times a day, but in TCS I call her only once or twice a day. Okay.
Right.
So I decided that I will quit my job job, no matter I will like pay the like damages to the company whatever they ask for, and I would be in my house on December 1st.
Right.
That was my priority. So that is why when I got the result, I called my supervisor, told him that I was going to quit.
Okay.
That's what.
Good.
And he was also like satisfied. He did not like ask me to like be there for 3 months and all that, because the company's policy in IT company, the policy is like to be through you for 3 months.
Right.
But if you like pay the damages to the company, the basic salary and all that, they can like release you on a earlier date.
Good. So if I have to summarize what Siddhartha has mentioned here about his day-to-day strategy, his day starts at 5:30. He gets working with his he starts his preparation at 6 in the morning, right? 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. You choose one particular topic, watch the videos, and go through the concepts.
It's like I don't solve in question. Just for example, like if you are solving those questions today, for example, you have a class today, you're solving the live questions. Okay.
Right.
So for example, you post that video today itself. If I cannot watch that video today, I will watch that particular video the next morning.
All right.
Okay.
So
like that.
So 6 to 8 you go through a particular topic. Or a recorded archive of a live session.
Yes.
And then 8:30 your office starts. So 8:30 to 6 you're in office. You come back by 7.
Come back by around 6:15 because office is very near to my house.
So 7 to 9:30 is your next slot for preparation.
Slot. Then after that 9:30 to 10:15 I eat my dinner around that. 10:15 to 12 I play.
And then go to sleep. And how were the weekends like? Because this is Monday to Friday, and I'm sure yours is a 5-day week, right?
Yeah, Friday.
So Saturday and Sunday, how does
Saturday, Sunday, like I'll get up early, like within like max 8, not more than that. Then I'll start that particular test which you practice test.
The all-India mock exam. Yeah, right.
On Saturday I will give that particular exam. After that I will like start browse different websites where like means I can get various type of different questions, for example related to missing DI, or for particular it's like puzzles and all that. I will solve those questions, and rest of the time because like I have been like on Saturday and Sunday, if I can prepare for 5 to 6 hours, then after that I have enough time to like play or watch movies or anything like that. If I can.
So basically it was not too difficult.
No, it's not at all.
What you're trying to say is it's easy.
Means like when, for example, I'm telling you, for example, if some guys they are like quitting the job and taking this thing very seriously, then that is not the option. This means this is the sort of exam which you can easily prepare while you are in job. You do not need to quit a job to prepare for bank PO and all that.
Right. But don't you think it could also be because you have been preparing for CAT for some time and you were good in aptitude?
But I haven't given CAT.
Yeah, but sometimes it so happens that you are like strong in aptitude and English language, so that you have an advantage over others.
The kind of questions that you have been we have been getting in PO exams for last 2 years, actually it is very necessary that you solve at least CAT questions.
Right.
Because questions are of CAT level.
Good, but anyway, Siddhartha's message is that you need not quit from your job for you.
It's not at all required.
It's not required to leave the job, quit the job to prepare for this exams. Let me just see if there are any other questions. Rahul, by the way, is asking you if you have mastered speed math.
No, I haven't mastered speed math. So I do in this normal ways only.
Right. So you do it on paper.
Yeah, paper.
And even then you were able to crack it.
Yes.
Good. So I'm glad to know that even the conventional methods work, and it has actually worked for him to crack the most difficult job.
Yeah, for prelims. Some people have this mentality that I will solve as much questions as possible within an hour.
Right.
So if you are going to do that particular thing, you are seriously going to mess it up.
Right.
You have to do that much questions like 20, 20, 20.
Right.
Or give if your aptitude is of parity, do aptitude up to 25. Do reasoning 15. Do English 15. But do it all correctly.
Right.
That is what matters in prelims.
Okay, so a very important point which Siddhartha has made, right, from the horse's mouth himself, that you should not be running behind solving more and more questions. I mean, while your target is to maximize your score, answer 20 questions. I mean, try and make sure that you answer 20 questions from each of the sections with 100% accuracy, instead of trying to solve all the questions there and committing silly mistakes.
But that is only going to bring your mark down. And moreover, the important thing is you are not going, your prelims marks is not getting added up at the end.
Right.
What matters is the mains mark as well as the interview marks.
Right. It's just an elimination round.
Yes.
Like you all know. Okay. Good. I don't think we have anything else. The chat is running fast for me to read out the comments sometimes. Yeah. But tell me, what's the kind of package that you're going to get now?
I don't know exactly, but I think nearly they should give 9 lakhs. I think, considering Bhubaneswar is not a metro city, they should at least give 9 lakhs. 9
lakhs per annum, which is good, right? Very
absolutely good.
And
Like currently I would be earning like 2.25 times of TCS salary.
2.25 times of his TCS salary. So what a jump from in terms of the compensation there, right? I mean, it's not a 50% hike or a 100% hike. It is 225% hike from what he was getting. And I'm sure you are excited about this. I mean, while salary is not the only thing we look for, there are a lot of other
look for a job which is completely stable.
Yeah.
Okay. And completely stable. There are no hiccups.
Right.
It may happen in like IT industry, which we have been reading after Trump become president. We have been reading through that all H1B visas, and there has been a change in UK visas as well.
Right.
So which is going to hamper Indian IT like people. So you need to have a job which is completely stable.
Good. Okay, good. And let me just see if we have any more questions. Yeah, I think we have talked in detail about the strategy.
Yeah.
Right. And Gauri Sharma says that it requires a lot of determination and patience along with the job with seriousness. Really, hats off. I think
Thank you.
You deserve that, Siddhartha. Then we have Balakunda Reddy here, who says, according to me, everyone need not be skilled like you to manage both job and preparation at the same time, and he appreciates your hard work. Yeah. All right. So, any other message that you want to give to your fellow students who are preparing for these exams here before I take over the doubt clarification session?
Like I would like to tell all the people who are preparing for next year's SBIP or any other bank exam, that I know that there might be a lot of students here who have not gone through even to SBI PO mains, but don't be disheartened. It also did not happen to me on the first chance, and I like a little bit cried. I think 1 or 2 nights, because two of my teammates from the same ODC, they cracked SBI PO mains. Okay. So like I didn't go through, but then I like took up preparation very seriously. That's what you need to do, and trust in your abilities, and just trust God as well as believe, have faith, and just for me, I used to love my mom like a god. So she was like the light which completely misguided me. She was like that particular star which guided me through all difficult past difficult circumstances in my life. And believe in your abilities, and you can just nail it, just like I did.
Good, a great message there. And I think a couple of questions which have come up now. So Ajay Kiran says, what CAT material did you use?
I was also preparing for CAT simultaneously. Okay,
right.
Simultaneously for bank exams and CAT both simultaneously. Okay, so I had like taken up from 2 IIM and material from 2 IIM, complete material, and then I used to prepare from Arun Sharma. And another I don't remember the author's name for Quantitative Aptitude, some Pandey. I don't remember, it was from Arian publication.
Right.
And English I was used to prepare for from Arun Sharma.
Good. And Gauri Sharma also has a similar question. Is preparing with Talent Sprint enough, or what are the other material that you had used? I think you're talking about some website that you used to refer for general awareness content and stuff like that. So is there anything specific that you want to tell them?
Anything specific, like means there are a lot of websites actually available, including Talent Sprint, which you can just go ahead and solve various problems like related to there may be websites which are giving day-to-day current affairs. For example, you can go through Affairs Cloud, and many of the websites are there. Just you need to just search Google it and you will find it. But just focus for next year. I would suggest to focus completely on missing DI, because questions are coming really hard. Right. Missing DI is very much important. Although very few websites are there, and they also give you the same questions. For example, I have a question Affairs Cloud. So for example, another website is there. That particular website will copy this question from Affairs Cloud and put in their website. So there are not many websites where you will be able to find authentic missing DI questions. Right. So that is also very much important.
Good. So I think in terms of the subject content is views that you should be spending more time on missing data interpretation, because that has been a high weightage topic in these exams in the recent past, right? And I'm sure we have done quite a few examples on missing data interpretation, and we'll be doing more. Given that you have mentioned this now, we will include more questions on missing data interpretation and all the other important topics as well, so that you get you get that full confidence before you walk into the examination center with the preparation that you've got on Talent Sprint's platform, right? And I think, Siddhartha, thank you once again for coming all the way from Kolkata to visit us. It's great. I'll meet you after the live doubt clarification session, and meanwhile you can spend some time in our office there. Okay. And all the best for your career ahead. I'm sure you will not stop here. He was mentioning that his next goal is to go for RBI Grade B exam, right? That's what you want to prepare and go ahead for. So good. Congratulations once again, and all the very best. I'm sure our students have enjoyed the points that you have made here, and these will definitely be useful in their preparation as well, right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright guys, so I'll be joining you back in a minute with your regular quantitative aptitude and reasoning doubts clarification session. Meanwhile, just let me take a minute's break. Alright guys, welcome back to your doubts clarification session on quantitative aptitude and reasoning. The session is not over. I can see somebody posting there if the session is over. It's not over. I just thought it would be great if I can bring in Siddharth along for the first few minutes, for the first 15-20 minutes, so that you can get some of your general queries answered. And I'm sure Siddharth's story is definitely inspiring, and it will help you get motivated and continue with your preparation for all the upcoming bank exams, right? Now, back to the session here. So today we are going to solve some questions from both quantitative aptitude and reasoning, right? Questions which have been chosen from the discussion forum, right? All these are unanswered questions, and I'm sure if you yourself spend a couple of minutes on each of these questions, you'll be able to crack it yourself. So as a regular process, I'll present the question to you all, give you some time to try it, and then discuss the solution with you, right? So if you're all set, we can get started. Yeah, and there's been some discussion about how many of you have resigned from the job, etc. So I think a good use of this chat box that we have here. Yeah. All right, I'm sure we are all set to get started. So let me present the first question to you all. This is from reasoning ability, and I guess it is from this topic of ranking and ordering, right? Where we have to rank or arrange the persons in a particular order based on the given data, and then answer the questions asked. So the first question from the reasoning topic of ranking on your screens now. This was posted by Sneha, and nobody in the forum has answered this yet, right? It says in a row of students, Mahesh is 11th from the left and Saraswati is 12th from the other end. Rakesh is standing between Mahesh and Saraswati, such that the number of students between Mahesh and Rakesh is half of the number of students between Rakesh and Saraswati, and number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati is one less than the position of Rakesh from the left. Based on this data, we've got three questions here. How many students are there in the row? What is the position of Rakesh from the right end? And how many students are there between Mahesh and Saraswati? You have 2 minutes to try this and answer these questions. Your clock starts now. Answers have started coming in. I think Radhesham has answered the first question here. I am waiting for more responses before we take the solution up. Not a regular one from ranking. I'm sure this would need you to understand the positioning very properly, very clearly before you answer the questions. Vipul is the other one to respond. He has also got 42 as answer for the first one. And I'm sure others are struck, right? I'll wait for you guys. Okay, last 1 minute before I take up the solution. I'm giving you more time because not many of you have responded and I don't want to intervene in the middle, so try it quick. Okay, time is up. I think I've given you enough time to try this. I thought this would not be as difficult as it appears to be from your responses, right? I mean, answers are not matching and not many of you have responded in the first place. So yeah, I think different answers have come in: 42, 41, 38, 39. and I think only 6-7 of you have been able to respond. So let's take this up. This was posted by Sneha, like you all know. Let me solve this question now and see what the correct answers are. Here we go. So the question here is, in a row of students, Mahesh is 11th from the left and Saraswati is 12th from the other end. Right? So obviously the other end is the right end. Rakesh is standing between Mahesh and Saraswati such that the number of students between Mahesh and Rakesh is half of the number of students standing between Rakesh and Saraswati. And the number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati is 1 less than the position of Rakesh from the left. And there have been 3 questions along with this, right? How many students are there in the row? What is the position of Rakesh from the right end? And how many students are there between Mahesh and Saraswati? So let's discuss this now. Now try and do the plotting very properly here. It says, in a row of students, Mahesh is 11 from the left end. Assume that this is the left end, right? And here is the right end, right? The left and the right end. He says Mahesh is 11th from the left end, right? So this is Mahesh's position, right? Mahesh's position, it is 11th from the left end, right? From the left end, it is 11th. Okay. Now, Mahesh is 11th from the left end and Saraswati is 12th from the other end. Saraswati is 12th from the other end. The other end, you know, is the right end, right? So Saraswati is 12th, right? This is Saraswati's position, let's say 12th from the right end. Saraswati is 12th from the right end. Now Rakesh is standing between Mahesh and Saraswati. So Rakesh is somewhere between Mahesh and Saraswati such that the number of students between Mahesh and Rakesh. So between Mahesh and Saraswati, right? Let's assume this is Rakesh's position, right? Rakesh's position. Now he's standing in the between Mahesh and Saraswati such that number of students between Mahesh and Rakesh is half the number of students between Rakesh and Saraswati. So number of students between Mahesh and Rakesh is half of the number of students between Rakesh and Saraswati. Now let us assume the number of students between Rakesh and Saraswati is 2x. Let's assume the number of students between Rakesh and Saraswati is 2x. Then the number of students between Mahesh and Rakesh should be x. Read the statement again, right? Rakesh is in between Mahesh and Saraswati in such a way that number of students between Mahesh and Rakesh is x. It is half of the number of students between Rakesh and Saraswati. Half of those between Rakesh and Saraswati. And one more point given to us is number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati is 1 less than the position of Rakesh from the left. Number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati. Now how many students do you find between Mahesh and Saraswati? This count has to be done very properly, right? You have to do this counting properly. The number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati. Now between Mahesh and Saraswati, how many students are there? See, x students here, 2x students here. So 3x plus Rakesh. Remember, this x and 2x does not include Rakesh, right? Rakesh is x, another person there. X is between Mahesh and Rakesh and 2x is between Rakesh and Saraswati. So the total number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati will come out to be x plus 2x plus 1. X plus 2x plus 1. Who is this one? Who represents this one? Rakesh. Okay. Now this count, number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati, is 1 less than the position of Rakesh from the left. Now what is position of Rakesh from the left? Find out the position of Rakesh from the left. Again, Rakesh's position from the left. Rakesh's position from the left. What will it be? Look at this. Rakesh's position from the left. This is Rakesh's position from the left. What will it come out to be? See, Mahesh's position was 11th, right? Mahesh was 11th person from the left. Between Mahesh and Rakesh, there are x persons, so x, and then Rakesh's position is plus 1. You understand? So position of Rakesh from the left is going to be 11 plus x plus 1. 11 persons up to Mahesh, including Mahesh, x persons between Mahesh and Rakesh should also be counted. Remember, we are trying to find out Rakesh's position, right? So Rakesh should also be counted. So plus 1 for Rakesh. So the position of Rakesh from left is 12 plus x, 11 plus x plus 1. Now write the statement here. It says the number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati is 1 less than the position of Rakesh from left. How many students are there between Mahesh and Saraswati? X plus 2x plus 1. This is equal to 1 less than the position of Rakesh from left. Position of Rakesh from left is 11. Position of Rakesh from the left is 11 plus x plus 1, right? Right, 11 plus x plus 1 and 1 less than this, right? 1 less than, right? Number of students between Mahesh and Saraswati is 1 less than the position of Rakesh from the left. Now solve for x from this. X and x anyway gets cancelled on both the sides. This plus 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. We have 2x equals to 11 minus 1, 10, which implies x is equal to 5. That is it. The only variable we had was x. Now we know how many students are there between Rakesh and Mahesh and Rakesh and Saraswati. X is equal to 5, 2x will be equal to 10. Now answer the questions. How many students are there in the row? How many students are there in the row? Understand. 11 students up to Mahesh plus 5. Right, let me write down the answer. 11 up to Mahesh We are counting from left to right. 11 up to Mahesh, plus 5 persons between Mahesh and Rakesh, right? Plus Rakesh is one of the persons, plus 10 persons between Rakesh and Saraswati, plus 12. Remember, this 12 includes Saraswati. This 11 includes Mahesh. So 11 plus 12, 5 between Mahesh and Rakesh, 10 between Rakesh and Saraswati, and Rakesh is one of the persons. You have to add Rakesh as well. So take the sum of these values. 11 plus 5, 16, plus 1, 17, plus 10, 27, plus 12, 39. So the answer to the first question should be 39. Right? Look at the next one. What is the position of Rakesh from the right end? Position of Rakesh from the right end. What is going to be the position of Rakesh from the right end? See, up to Saraswati, 12 persons. Between Saraswati and Rakesh, 10 persons. And Rakesh is the person. So we have to include Rakesh as well, right? This 10 does not include Rakesh here. So position of Rakesh from the right end is going to be 12 plus 10 plus 1. 12 plus 10 plus 1. So 22 plus 1, 23, which is option 1. Right? And the last one here. How many students are there between Mahesh and Saraswati? How many are there between Mahesh and Saraswati? I think we have already taken this count, right? 3x plus 1. How many students are there between Mahesh and Saraswati? 3x plus 1. Yes or no? This calculation has been done already. And x is equal to 5. So 3x plus 1 will be 15 plus 1. 16. Why is it not there? How many students are there between Mahesh and Saraswati? Between Mahesh and Saraswati, x plus 2x plus 1. So x is 5, 2x is 10, 15. And Rakesh is also there, right? Between Mahesh and Saraswati. So I think the answer should be 16, which is not there in the options. Answer has to be 16. Okay, but I see that first option is 11 and the fourth option also is 11 here. So I'm assuming one of these options is 16. Anyway, the correct answer to this question here, how many students are there between Mahesh and Saraswati, is 16. 16 students between Mahesh and Saraswati. So I think a simple question there. It takes about a minute to do the diagram there, right? And once you find out the value of x, frame the equation properly, right? Once you frame the equation properly, you'll be able to get the value of x, and based on that, you can answer the questions very easily. So overall, about 2 to 2.5 minutes to answer these 3 questions. In fact, 2.5 minutes is more than sufficient, right? On the higher side, I would say. So 3 questions, 3 marks, 2 minutes is what we can take. 16 is the right answer for the last one. So if you're all clear with this one, I can move to the next question now. Yeah, 39, 23 and 16 are the values. I hope all of you have realized where you have got stuck or where you have gone wrong, and this is the answer. One point which I would like to mention before we move to the next question is, you can also try it the converse way. You know, strictly speaking, this need not be the only solution. So what we can do is, see, when he says Mahesh is 11th from left and Saraswati is 12th from right, what did he do? We've taken Mahesh 11th from left, Saraswati 12th from right, and then we have assumed that there are some persons in between them. The other possibility is Mahesh is 11th from left, Saraswati is 12th from right, these two have crossed each other. You understand? And then maybe the equations would change. So try that out, you will figure out that it is wrong somewhere, right? You'll figure out that it is, you know, the equation doesn't get balanced somewhere and the case gets ruled out. Okay, should we go for the next one now? Followed? Yeah. So let's take up the next question again from reasoning. This is a circular arrangement posted by Harshvardhan Reddy. The question is on your screens now. See what it says. 8 friends. It's talking about 8 friends here. G, H, I, J, K, L, A and B are sitting around a circle in one arrangement facing center and in a straight line in another arrangement where they face south. So basically not just a circular arrangement but a combination of circular arrangement and linear arrangement. So 8 friends, they are sitting in a circular arrangement facing center and in a straight line facing south, but not necessarily in the same order. The one who sits on the immediate right of H is in the straight line is sitting on the immediate left of H in the circle. K is not on any of the extreme ends. J sits third to the left of L in the straight line. A sits on the immediate right of B in the circle, but they are not immediate neighbors of each other in the straight line. So the data is given there. A lot of clues have been given there. I'll leave you with this for about 5 minutes. Your clock starts now. Remember, the immediate reaction to this question in the exam should be skip. Just skip it and go to the next one. You never know how much of time it's going to take, right? Solve the easier ones first and then try this out. But anyway, from the practice point of view, I want all of you to try this right away. 5 minutes. Let's see how many of you are able to crack this. You have to do one circular arrangement and one linear arrangement. Okay, Neeraj Jha and Pallavi Mishra have done this, waiting for others to respond. Quick. Only 2 of you have done so far. Take your time, but try and get it yourself. Done? Okay, Sonu Singh says he has given up. Pathmesh is still trying. Samriddhi has also done it. Anusha is confused. Venu, Gauri Sharma, all these guys are confused. Okay, last 1 minute maybe. I'm giving you so much of time so that those who are about to finish, do it themselves, right? So last 1 minute. Let's see if more people join this group who has cracked this solution. Done? Okay, so I think we have given you guys enough time. Let's start solving it now. I'm sure a lot of you are stuck here and you have not been able to complete this. So let's see the solution now. Here we go. Okay, so here's the question. Let me explain this to you first. So it says 8 friends G, H, I, J, K, L, A and B are sitting around a circle in one arrangement facing center and in a straight line in another arrangement where they face south, but not necessarily in the same order. So he's talking about 8 friends. Who are the 8 friends? G, H, I, J, K, L, A and B, These are the 8 friends. Now they're sitting around a circle in one arrangement where they're facing center, and in a straight line in another arrangement where they're facing south, but not necessarily in the same order. So very important, 8 people have to be arranged. So let's take a circular arrangement, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 positions. All of them are facing center. Now facing center here is important because that helps us decide what is going to be the left or right of these persons, right? When a person is facing center, left should always be taken in the clockwise direction and right has to be taken in the anti-clockwise direction. What is the other point we know? The same 8 persons have been made to sit in a straight line, right? Where they face south. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 positions where they're facing south. Now what is the importance of this point that they're facing south? When persons are facing south, left should be taken towards the right hand side and right has to be taken towards the left hand side. You getting it? When a person is facing north, left is on the left and right is on the right. But when a person is facing south, left should be taken towards the right hand side and right has to be taken towards the left hand side. So these are the 16 positions that we need to fill, right? 8 in the circular arrangement and 8 in the linear arrangement. Right? Be very clear with the positioning, right? Left and right. In case of linear arrangement, left is towards the right, right is towards the left. In case of circular arrangement, left is clockwise and right is anti-clockwise. Now read the points. We'll quickly read all the points first and fill whatever is immediately available and then try to go for the gaps, right? Fill for the gaps. So the one who sits on the immediate right of H in the straight line is sitting on the immediate left of H in the circle. So that's the first point. The one who sits on the immediate right of H in the straight line is sitting on the immediate left of H in the circle. Can we do something about it? Well, we do not know who this one is, who this person is. But let's assume that person is X. X will be any one of these persons, right? So the person who sits on the immediate right of H in the straight line is sitting on the immediate left of H in the circle. Okay, so let's assume H is seated here. Now this person is sitting on the immediate left of H in the circle. What is immediate left of H in the circle? This position. So I can say this position should be occupied by X. Here is H and here is X. And what do we know? He's sitting on the immediate right of H in the straight line. Immediate right of H in the straight line. Now the problem that we have with straight line arrangements or linear arrangements is you cannot start anywhere you want, from wherever you want. In case of circular arrangement, I can take whichever as any position as the first position, but here we have to be careful. However, the one definite point to be satisfied is that X should be on the immediate right of H. So if H is here, X should be on the immediate right of H. What is immediate right of H? Right is this side. So X and H would come together, right? Whenever you do this arrangement, remember X and H would come together. So usually, like what we do in linear arrangement is we make this pictorial representations and then try to merge all this into that straight line. So the first point has been done. Okay. Next point, K is not on any of the extreme ends. K is not on any of the extreme ends, right? So K cannot take these two positions. K cannot come in these two positions. Okay. J sits third to the left of L in the straight line. J sits third to the left of L in the straight line. Again, the same challenge. J sits third to the left in the straight line. There could be a lot of possibilities. So we will try to, represent this pictorially. J is third to the left of L. Third to the left of L in the straight line. So this is L. J is third to the left of L. What is left of L? This side. 1, 2, 3. J comes in this position. You understand? So this is another block which should come on the straight line. L dash dash J. L dash dash J. Okay. Now A sits on the immediate right of B in the circle. A sits on the immediate right of B in the circle, but they are not immediate neighbors of each other in the straight line. This also is useful information, right? A sits on the immediate right of B in the circle. So in the circular arrangement, A and B would come together, right? A will be in the immediate right of B, but they will not be immediate neighbors in the straight line. So we'll come back to this point, right? Let's just go and find something more concrete. The one who sits on the extreme left end sits to the extreme left of K in the circle. So sits to the immediate left of K in the circle. Okay. So the one who sits on the extreme left end. Which is the extreme left end? This is the extreme left end, right? In linear arrangement. So this person sits on the immediate left of K in the circle. Again, we do not know who this one is. So we'll come back to this later. Let's just move. B is not the immediate right of L in both the arrangements. B is not the immediate right of L in both the arrangements. This also will not be useful immediately. I and L are immediate neighbors of H in both the arrangements. Okay, this is important. I and L are immediate neighbors of H in both the arrangements. Remember, I and L are immediate neighbors of H in both the arrangements. We thought H will be between I and L. H will be between I and L. Right? So H is going to be between I and L. So I can say that these two positions will be for I or L. I mean, if I comes here, L would come here. If L comes here, then I would come here. Right? Because H is the immediate neighbor. I mean, I and L are the immediate neighbors for H in both the arrangements. In both the arrangements. So here also I and H will come together. I, L and H will come together. Yeah. So if you want, you can take two possibilities, right? See, we know that H is going to be an immediate neighbor of L. So in this block, try to fix H. In this block, try to fix H. Where can H come? H can come on the left hand side of L or on the right hand side of L, because I and L are immediate neighbors of H. So we can take up both the possibilities. Let's try that, right? What happens? You're able to follow. I'm just trying to use this arrangement here. I'll duplicate this first, right? It is like L dash dash J. Now we know that L is an immediate neighbor of H. L is an immediate neighbor of H, meaning what? H can come here or H can come here. So these are the two possibilities for the linear arrangement: L H dash J, H L dash dash J, right? And we can also fix I now, because I and L are immediate neighbors of H, right? So in this case, I would come here, because I and L are immediate neighbors. In this case, I would come here. You see, in both the cases, I, L and the immediate neighbors of H. Yes or no? So according to, there are two possibilities. In linear arrangement, we've got two possibilities. L, H, I, J, 4 positions. Here, I, H, L, dash, dash, J. So I think 6 positions we have got so far. But I is not at the extreme ends of the line. Remember, I is not at the extreme ends of the line. Okay, fine. K sits third to the left of H in the circle. K sits third to the left of, okay, K sits third to the left of H in the circle. H is already fixed, right? K sits third to the left of H. First, second and third. K comes here. K sits third to the left of H in the circle, while fourth to his right in the straight line. Okay, this is also important. K is fourth to his right. Who is his here? H. H. So K is fourth to the right of H. K is fourth to the right of H in the straight line, right? K is third to the left of H in the circle and fourth to the right of H in the straight line. Fourth to the right of H in the straight line. Now understand, when you say fourth to the right of H, circular arrangement we have already done. K is third to the left of H. Now fourth to the right of H. What is right of H? Right of H is going to be on left hand side, towards our left hand side, right? For the linear arrangement. So K is fourth to the right of H. K is fourth to the right of H. So try and do that. H is here. First, second, third, fourth. K comes here. Right? K is fourth to the right of H in the straight line. Yeah. First, second, third, fourth. K comes here. In the second case, what happens? In the second case, what happens if you take K as fourth to the right of H, right? So first, second, third, fourth. K comes here, right or not? K is fourth to the right of H. So first, second, third, fourth. K is fourth to the right of H. Now, one important point to be noted here is, see, we have got two blocks. This is one block, and this is the other block. Now the point to be noted is, in the second block, if you observe, we have got more than 8 positions already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we know that there are totally only 8 friends. So this is wrong. This cannot be the solution. This has to be the solution, right? The solution has to be close to this. How many positions we have got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know the sequence of 7 positions. Of course, 2 of the persons are missing, but the sequence of those 7 positions is known to us. Now try and fix these 7 positions in the straight line. See, finally this is the arrangement. Remember, we know that K cannot be at the extreme ends. K cannot be at the extreme ends. So K cannot come here. Now if you start noting down the same sequence here from this position, we are done. K dash dash L H I and J. So we have got, a lot of detail in the linear arrangement now, right? The first position is vacant. Then we have K dash dash L H I J. And in case of circular arrangement also, H and K have been fixed. I and L will take these 2 positions respectively. Remember, X is going to be one of these I and L. Don't get confused. X will be either I or L, right? That we have to figure out. Okay. The other point we knew what? See, where did this X come from? The first statement. It said the one who sits on the immediate right of H in the straight line. Who is on the immediate right of H in the straight line? Immediate right of H in the straight line is L. So the one who sits on the immediate right of H in the straight line is sitting on the immediate left of H in the circle. Which means L, who's on the immediate right of H in the straight line, is on the immediate left of H in the circle. So L should be on the immediate left of H. L has to be on the immediate left of H. Which means this X is equal to L. X is equal to L. So if this is L, this has to be I. You're getting it? So we have got the sequence now, L, H, I. Right? L, H, I. So this point also has been used. We knew that X and H will come together, right? That X, H is nothing but L, H. So I can clear the unnecessary stuff now so that you don't get confused, right? Let me just clear this possibility that we had tried. It is incorrect, right? This is not the correct one. Fine. And here also I'll just clear it up. I and L were supposed to take up these 2 positions so that it looks neat. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong there. Okay, this is L. Now read the other points and fill the gaps. I think a lot of information has been obtained already. Now we have to just fill the gaps there. What else do we know? One of the immediate neighbors of B in the straight line sits opposite to B in the circle. One of the immediate neighbors of B in the straight line sits opposite to B in the circle. Well, we cannot do anything about it so as of now. So go back and do the second reading. All right. Yeah. Okay. So now let's read the other points given there. A sits on the immediate right of B in the circle. A sits on the immediate right of B in the circle. So A is on the immediate right of B, meaning what? If B comes here, A would be on the immediate right. B and A will be together, right? So it can be BA or BA. You're able to follow. So I can note it like this. It can be B1 A1 or B2 A2. So there are two possibilities. A sits on the immediate right of B, he says, right? A sits on the immediate right of B in the circle. So immediate right of B or immediate right of A. So if it is B1, then this should be A. If B's position is B1, then A's position should be A1. If B's position is B2, then A's position has to be A2. There are two possibilities. You can draw one more circle if you want and take the two cases differently, but I don't think it's needed, right? We can eliminate one of those here itself. But they are not the immediate neighbors of each other in the straight line. So A and B are not the immediate neighbors of each other in the straight line. Okay. So A and B are not the immediate neighbors of each other in the straight line, meaning what? A and B cannot come here, right? A and B cannot come here. One of A or B will come here. You're able to follow. In the straight line, only three positions are available. A and B, both of them cannot take these two positions because then they will become immediate neighbors. So either A or B has to come here. Either A or B has to come here. The other person can take any of the two positions. Okay. Now, the one who sits on the extreme left end sits to the immediate left of K in the circle. The one who sits on the extreme left end sits to the immediate left of K in the circle. So this gives us the hint, right? See, the one who sits on the extreme left end, who is on the extreme left end, A or B, is sitting on the immediate left of K in the circle. Immediate left of K in the circle. See, immediate left of K in the circle, possibility is A. So I can continue with this and maybe, check this out. I can fix A here and then accordingly A will come here because immediate left of K in the circle is extreme left hand in the straight line. You're able to follow? For the same person, the data in both the arrangements has been given. The one who is on the extreme left hand sits on the immediate left of K in the circle. If you take B in the extreme left hand, then B has to come on the immediate left of K. But is that possible? Not possible. You're able to follow? There are only two possibilities, A or B. If I take B in the extreme left hand, then B should be the immediate left of K. B should be the immediate left of K. But can B come on the immediate left of K? No, B cannot come there because if B becomes the immediate left of K, A has to come in this position, which is already blocked by K. So it's clear now that A comes here and A comes here. So the one who's in the extreme left hand sits on the immediate left of K in the circle, right? Now remember, A has taken which position? A2. If A has taken A2, B should take B2. So it clears now that A is on the immediate right of B. A is on the immediate right of B. Okay. So a lot of other things have been cleared. A and B's positions have also been fixed. Okay. Now fill the gaps. Read the other points. B is not the immediate right of L in both the arrangements. B is not the immediate right of L in both the arrangements. See, B is not the immediate right of L. B cannot come here. So B has to come here. So I think the linear arrangement is done. B is not the immediate right of L. So out of the persons here, G, H, I, J, K, L, A, B, I think G is the only one who's left out who comes here. G, H, I, J, K, L, A, B. How about the circular arrangement? Two more positions have to be filled. Which are those two positions? G and who? G and J, I guess, right? G and J. So what's the other point given to us? Okay, one of the immediate neighbors of B, last point. Read the last point. That should fill the two gaps here. One of the immediate neighbors of B in the straight line. One of the immediate neighbors of B in the straight line sits opposite to B in the circle. Sits opposite to B in the circle. No. One of the immediate neighbors of B in the straight line why is this getting violated? One of the immediate neighbors of B in the straight line. The immediate neighbors of B in the straight line are K or G. Sits opposite to B in the circle. No, but they're not opposite to B in the circle. Go back to the previous point. What was the previous point? Let me just check that once. Have we committed something wrong? We fixed about A and B, right? We fixed the positions of A and B. What is that point? The one who sits on the extreme left end. sits to the immediate left of K in the circle. Oh, I think, hold on, let me just go back just a second. I'm clearing the positions of A and B. I'm just clearing the positions of A and B. I think the point given here is the extreme left end, right? Maybe the one who sits on the extreme left end. Should we be considering the left end as J because the persons are facing south? When persons are facing south, right, extreme left hand should be taken this side, right? Extreme left hand should be taken this side. So based on that, if I take J as the extreme left hand person, he says the one who sits on the extreme left hand sits to the immediate left of K in the circle. Remember, A or B will take one of these two positions, that is for sure. And A will be in the immediate right of B here also, that is also for sure. Now the one who sits on the extreme left hand, J, the one who sits on the extreme left hand sits to the immediate left of K in the circle. Immediate left of K in the circle. So this is J. If this is J, then A and B will take these two positions, right? Okay. And who's left out? G is left out, right? G comes here. So circular arrangement is done basically. Circular arrangement is done. Yeah. And now go to the last point. One of the immediate neighbors of B in the straight line sits opposite to B in the circle. Who is sitting opposite to B in the circle? G. So G is the immediate neighbor of B. G is the immediate neighbor of B. G is the immediate neighbor of B, which means G and B should be taking these two positions. G and B in some order. It can be G/B or B/G, and A would come here. Is there any other point which can help us eliminate the choices? I mean, see, there are two linear arrangements that we have got. Sorry, I think we made a mistake. We took extreme left hand as this position. We should be taking this one, which is J. But still we are stuck with G and B. We do not know the exact positions of G. Okay, the last point here. B is not the immediate right of L. Sorry, B is not the immediate right of L. Let me clear it. It's fixed now. We know that B is not the immediate right of L in both the arrangements. Here B has become the immediate right of L. B cannot be the immediate right of L. So just swap these two and you are done. Okay. So let me just clear this. See, we know that G and B should be taking these two positions. But since B is not the immediate right of L, B has to come here and G comes here. And with this, the arrangement gets done. Right? This is a linear arrangement, this is the circular one. So if I start from H, the circular arrangement is as follows in the clockwise direction: H, L, G, K, J, A, B, I. And when you start from A, the linear arrangement is as follows: A, K, B, G, L, H, I, J. And now you can answer the 5 questions very easily. Right? Now that both circular and linear arrangements are done, you can answer these 5 questions attached with it very, very easily. Yeah, so it took quite some time, more than what I had expected, but definitely it wouldn't take as much time in the exam because this involves explanation, right? So just keep that in mind always, right? Do not think that you're going to spend so much time in the exam. You will spend less than half of this because I was explaining it here. I was not doing it myself. Okay? So definitely a lot of time can be saved when you do it yourself. Okay? If you're all clear with this, I can just move to the next one. Clear? Yeah, some confusion, but not very, very difficult also. It's easy. Should we go for the next one? Yeah, so the one point that we had missed was that since the persons are facing south, we have to take the extreme left hand as the other position, right? Not the usual left. Yeah, I think many of you had mentioned that the extreme left hand is J. I did not read the chat. Should we go for the next question? Okay, let's take up the next one. Now, in the recent bank exams, we had seen that there have been a lot of questions of, which are like floor-based puzzles, but instead of floors, we have been given boxes of different colors, different weights, etc., etc. We have solved one such question in our RRB mains exam refresher session as well. Let's take up one more such question which has been posted by Suresh. So I'll present the question to you all and it is on your screens now. See what it says. 7 different boxes L, M, N, O, P, Q and R of different colors among green, red, blue, yellow, purple, pink and orange are arranged one above the other. The box at the bottom of the arrangement is numbered 1. The one which is above is number 2 and so on. And then there is some information given to you. So I think looks like a simple one. Try it out, right? 7 boxes of different colors have to be arranged one above the other. The box at the bottom is number 1, then number 2, and so on. The box at the top will be number 7. So I'll leave you with this for 4 to 5 minutes. The clock starts now. I hope all of you are trying this out. The box puzzle, which is similar to a floor-based puzzle, right? Any other floor-based puzzle. Yeah, too many possibilities like some of you have mentioned, and there's no fixed point. So let's see. Try it out. I mean, even I am trying it out. You guys also try it out. I'm sure at least some of your friends will be able to crack it. Neeraj Jha says it's almost done. Looks like Lakshman has got something, right? NQMPRL. Okay, I think 2-3 of your friends have got it. Vipul, Lakshman, Vinay, they've mentioned their answers as well. So there definitely is a solution. And yes, you can crack it in whatever time we have spent so far. So last 1 minute before we take up the solution. Others who have stuck with many possibilities, just see how to rule out the wrong ones. Quick. The biggest challenge here is not even one of the positions is fixed, right? We do not know which color or which box comes in any of these 7 positions. Nothing is fixed, right? Neeraj Jha has also got the answer. 30 more seconds and then we will take it up. All right. Tirumala Babu here, by the way, has mentioned that surely I'll skip this kind of question in the exam, which I'm going to attempt tomorrow. Tirumala, the only advice I have for you is not just tomorrow, any exam you take in future, don't attempt such type of questions, right? See, when you initially read this, it looked to be an easy one. Even to me, it looked like an easy one because only 7 boxes and 7 colors. But there's a lot of complexity involved as no fixed point is given to us. So you will usually not be able to judge how difficult or easy the question is just by reading the first few statements. You have to definitely try it. And even one try would, consume 2 to 3 minutes. And 2-3 minutes in just trying out something where there is no surety is a big gamble, right? You can't be taking this in your competitive exam. So my sincere advice to all of you is to skip such questions as soon as you see them in the exam. Solve the other ones. If time allows, if time permits, come back and give it a shot, right? Now that we've spent too much of time, some of you have been able to crack it. I'm glad about that. Let's look at the solution here, okay? So here's the question. It says 7 different boxes L, M, N, O, P, Q and R of different colors, green, red, blue, yellow, purple, pink and orange, are arranged one above the other. The box at the bottom of the arrangement is numbered 1, the above box is numbered 2 and so on. Okay, so basically it's talking about 7 different boxes L, M, N, O, P, Q, R and 7 different colors: green, blue, green, red, blue, yellow, purple, pink, and orange. Right? Are arranged one above the other. Now, the box at the bottom is numbered 1, the above one is number 2, and so on. So basically, if you go from bottom to top, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right? This is the sequence. Now, assuming that we'll get a lot of possibilities, I may take up multiple possibilities here. All right. Now, what's the point? Let me just do one thing. Let me write it here. Yeah, one second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Remember, this is also a kind of linear arrangement. So starting the arrangement directly on the sequence would be difficult, right? Unless we know a fixed position. So what we'll do is try to represent the points, given points pictorially, and then fill it in the gaps here. Okay. So the first point says M is immediately above P. M is immediately above P. Now, can you do this? No. M is immediately above P will give us 6 different possibilities. You cannot be doing that. But pictorially, you can represent that M is immediately above P. So M and P have to come together, and M will be immediately above P. So we'll try to fix this wherever possible. More than 2 boxes are above the green box. Now this is an interesting statement. He says more than 2 boxes are above the green box. More than 2 boxes are above the green box. The point to be noted here is, see, this is a very vague statement. You cannot put where the green box would come just based on this data. But we can definitely say that the green box cannot come in 5th, 6th, or 7th positions. See, if the green box comes in 7th position, will there be more than 2 boxes above green? No. If it comes in 6th position, there is only 1 box above green. If it comes in 5th position, let's say green box comes in 5th position, what happens? There are only 2 boxes above the green box. But the statement very clearly says more than 2, right? More than 2 boxes have to be above the green box. So green cannot be coming in the 5th position as well. So 5th, 6th, and 7th are ruled out for green. Green may come in 4, 3, 2, or 1. Even if it comes in 4th position, we can see that there are 3 boxes above the green box, which means more than 2 boxes, right? So just make a note of it. Green cannot come in the 5th, 6th, and 7th positions. Right? Green cannot come in these 3 positions. Now, if you want, maybe you can consider 4 possibilities. Take green in the 1st position. In the other possibility, take green in the 2nd position, then 3rd position, and 4th position. But, starting with 4 possibilities is not a good idea. So let's see if there are better ways of doing it. The yellow box is immediately below L. The yellow box is immediately below L. This again, cannot be marked immediately, but yellow has to come immediately below L, right? Yellow is immediately below L. Only 1 box is there between the green box and Q. There's only 1 box between green box and Q. There's only 1 box between green box and Q. Now this also is important, right? Only 1 box between green and Q. Meaning what? It can be, there are 2 possibilities. It can be like Q and then green. 1 box between green and Q. Or it can be green dot and Q. Because, these 2 can be swapped. You never know what the sequence is, right? Green can be below Q or green can be above Q. But there is only 1 box. There's only 1 box between green and Q, right? R is immediately above the pink box. R is immediately above the pink box. What can be done about this? Nothing. We can only just make a pictorial representation that R is immediately above the pink box. So this is pink and R is immediately above the pink box. Only 1 box is between M and the red box. Only 1 box is between M and the red box. Only 1 box is between M and the red box. Now see, the point to be noted is we have already got one piece of information related to M. Only 1 box is, he says only 1 box is between M and red. Since there is already 1 point available with respect to M, let's connect these 2 statements. So what I would do is take up the 2 cases. See, we know that M and P are together. M and P are together, right? Only 1 box is between M and red. So red can come below M, or there can be 1 box here and red can come above M. I think it's getting clumsy because points are getting merged. Let me just clear the previous point for 1 second. You have understood this? Only 1 box between M and red. So M, red, M and red. There is only 1 box between M and red. So this point has been taken care of. This point has been merged with this, right? Now go back to the previous point. I cleared that up, right? What was that? Only 1 box is between green and Q. There's only 1 box between green and Q. So that also can be noted here, right? Only 1 box between green and Q. So it can be green dot Q or Q dot green, right? Next, only 2 boxes are between red and the orange box. Only 2 boxes between red and orange box. Again, since red is already available, we can club this point with this one, right? There are only two boxes between red and orange box. But the confusion is, I mean, it will give us four possibilities again. Red dot dot orange, or red dot dot and then orange. Here also there will be two possibilities. So 2 times 2 will get 4 possibilities unnecessarily. If any one of these two can be eliminated, then our life will become simple. Only 2 boxes between red and orange. Only 2 boxes between yellow and green. Only 2 boxes between yellow and green. Okay. So yellow and green also can be connected, but too many cases. The blue box is neither at the top nor at the bottom of the arrangement. Okay, this is a simple point. Blue is neither at the top nor at the bottom. So blue cannot come in first position and blue cannot come in the 7th position as well. M is above the red box. M is above the red box. Oh, this helps us. M is above the red box. See, we know that M should be above the red box. We have got 2 possibilities for M and red, right? These are the 2 possibilities. Now, since we know M has to be above the red box, this gets eliminated because here M comes out to be below the red box. Here M comes out to be below the red box. So that can be eliminated. So now we have only one case. M is above the red box. So maybe we can try the previous statement now, right? What did it say? Only 2 boxes are there between red and orange. Only 2 boxes between red and the orange. So what we'll do is we'll fix this first. M, P and red again. Only 2 boxes between red and orange. So red 1, 2 and then orange can come here. Or we can take orange box below the red box. Remember, this is not in line with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we are doing it outside that, right? So dot, dot and orange can come here. So only 2 boxes between red and orange. Here also only 2 boxes between red and orange. Only 2 boxes are between yellow and green. How do you connect yellow and green? See, there's some information with respect to yellow here and some information with respect to green here. Try to connect that. Only 2 boxes between yellow and green, right? Again, the same confusion. Yellow can come above green or can come below green. So based on that, we have to decide. You're able to follow? This is one piece of information. There are 2 cases for one piece of information, and here this is the other possibility that we had got. So let me do one thing. I'm just doing it. Trying to merge these 2 points here. Keep this in mind. Only 2 boxes are there between yellow and green. So 2 possibilities, right? 2 possibilities. Yellow dot dot green. I don't have enough space to try. Or I can try it here, but it may look a little clumsy. Let me clear the unnecessary stuff. Yeah. This also is done, right? We have used this piece. Let me just clear this. Remember, L was immediately above yellow. See, the point is this. We know that there are only 2 boxes between yellow and green. So it can be yellow dot dot and then green, or green dot dot and then yellow. Okay, yellow dot dot and green. So basically 2 boxes between yellow and green. The other point we knew was the yellow box is immediately below L. Yellow box is immediately below L. So L comes here and L comes here. Right, the previous point which we had erased. So yellow box is immediately below L. Yellow is immediately below L. That is also done. And here we know that there's 1 box between green and Q. So if you try and understand, there are 2 possibilities with respect to green as per this piece of information, and 2 possibilities with respect to green as far as this piece of information is concerned. Now 2 into 2 will give us 4 cases. So we are trying to find out which of these 4 cases are wrong. Are you able to follow? We are trying to find out which of these 4 cases are wrong. Like for example, if you take green here, Q can come either in this position or it can come in this position. Both are possible. Yeah. But when you take green here, Q cannot come below green because we know that there should be 1 box between green and Q. Here already that box is L. So that case is ruled out. You're able to follow. Out of the 4 cases that we would get, one of the cases is ruled out. But still there will be 3 different cases. Hard to use. Chalo, let me underline this anyway. We have got this piece of information. So what else can be done? Anything else that can be done? N is immediately above Q. N is immediately above Q. Okay, note this also. N is immediately above Q. N is immediately above Q. N is immediately above Q meaning N would come here. Okay, and N would come here. Now will it help? N is immediately above Q. So if I try to merge green and Q with this, green, then N, and then Q, fine. If I merge this one, what happens? Green, dot, then Q, and then N, which is also possible. If I try to merge green here, green and Q, not possible. If I merge green, dot, Q, N is possible. Yeah, so we'll get two possibilities. Neither N nor R is a yellow box. Neither N nor R is a yellow box. Okay, let me tell you guys, this is, I mean, I know what needs to be done, but it's getting a little clumsy to explain here. I need some more space. Or basically the idea is this. We have got two facts with respect to green here and two facts with respect to green. I mean, there's one fact with respect to green which has given two cases, another fact with respect to green which has given two cases. If you try to merge these two, there are four possibilities. So I think we'll have to try out all those four possibilities here. So basically merging these points along with this ones, right? I'll do one thing, I'll just clear this up. Not a very great start in my view, but let me just clear this up. I'll get some space to work on. Yeah, and pink is above, below R is also noted. See, it is as follows. Let me do one thing. I'll take L, yellow, dot, and green, right? And so I'm just duplicating this, and then green dot L yellow, green dot L yellow. Multiple things happening at the same time, right? Green dot L and yellow. I'll duplicate this also, green dot L and yellow. See, I'll tell you why is this being done. So we had got two cases with respect to green, right? Two possibilities. I've duplicated each one of them. Now the idea is that there's this one point with respect to green and Q. I'll take green and Q here, and I'll take green and Q here. Then there's another point with respect to green dot Qn. Try to use green dot Qn here and green dot Qn here. So see which of these four comes out to be the final answer. And then maybe we can merge these 2 points also. This is one point which can be used later on. Okay, these are also two cases. We have to find out which one fits where. So first of all, let's take this green NQ. So green NQ has to be tried here, and green NQ has to be tried here as well. Then similarly, NQ dot green has to be tried here and here, right? To see where it exactly fits. So green NQ. So if you take green NQ, what happens? This is green. We'll have N here and Q here. If you take green and merge these two greens, what happens? Green, this should be N, and then this has to be Q. Is it possible? Can L and Q come in the same box? No. So this case is ruled out. So green NQ has been tested in both the possibilities. Now test this NQ dot green, NQ dot green. So green is here. There should be a dot, then there should be Q, and then there has to be N. Yellow can be N can be the yellow box. You're able to follow? Green dot Qn. So green dot, in place of this dot we have put Q, and here comes N. So yellow box becomes N becomes the yellow box. Now try out the same possibility here as well. Green dot Q and then N. So this possibility has also been tested. So we have got three different cases now. Three different cases by merging those 2 points, right? We were supposed to get 4. One of these 4 has got cancelled. Now read this point. It says neither N nor R is a yellow box, which means N cannot be a yellow box. Neither N nor R is a yellow box. N cannot be a yellow box. Here you find that N has become the yellow box. So this also gets eliminated. So now only 2 possibilities. L yellow dot green NQ, or NQ dot green dot L yellow. And if you see, we have already got the 7 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have got some colors and some boxes there. That is it, right? And it has satisfied our earlier conditions. Remember, one of the conditions was that green cannot come in 5th, 6th or 7th position. Green is not come in 5th, 6th or 7th position, right? Green is 4 or 3, which is fine. And the other point which I had erased was that pink and R, right? R is immediately above the pink box. Note that also. R is immediately above the pink box. R is immediately above the pink box, right? Now try to fix what else can be done. I think let's try and use this now. These points are also there, right? So we have got two cases. Now try to use anything common between these two. Nothing is common. MP, red, orange. We don't have any of those here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? MP, red, dot, orange. Now try to merge. You understand? We have got 6 positions fixed here, 7 positions fixed here. We have got 7 positions fixed here. One of these two have to be correct. Right? Now take this piece of information. This piece of information. MP, red, dot, orange. These are 6 items, right? MP, red, dot, orange. Now try to fix it. What happens? If you take M, can you take M here? Not possible. Because L is already taken. See what can happen? This can either be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or it can be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the whole idea, right? 6 positions, either top 6 or from 6 to first, right? So if I try to fix M with M in the 7th position, what happens? L and M will collide. Not possible. But then M can come here, P, red, dot, orange. So that looks like one possibility. That looks like one possibility. Yeah. Try out this one. What happens? Orange, M, P, red. Okay, here there are multiple possibilities. Orange, M, P, red. Any other piece given here? I have to find a better way of solving this question. This definitely is not the right way. Because nothing is fixed, it's taking too much of time. We got to have a simpler way. R is not a green box, he says. R is not a green box. Where is R? Oh, I think R can be fixed. I'm sorry. Why are we trying to make our life complex? Look at this. We know that R and pink are together, right? R comes immediately above pink. Now, what is the possible position of R? R cannot come in first position. R cannot come in second position. Can R come in the third position? No, because R is not a green box. Remember, R is not a green box. So R cannot come in third position. Can R come in fourth position? If R comes in fourth position, third position should be green. The third position should be pink. But here third position is green. So R cannot come in fourth position as well. Can R come in fifth position? Yes. R can come in fifth position. That's possible. Can R come in sixth position? No. Because R is not a yellow box. Remember, R is not a yellow box. And R cannot come in seventh position as well. So the only possibility for R is fifth position. I think we are through. The only possibility for R is fifth position, because every other position violates some or the other condition, right? R is not a green box. R cannot come in third position. R is not a yellow box. It cannot come in sixth position. R cannot come in fourth position, because if R takes fourth position, third position should be occupied by pink. But here third position is occupied by green. So this point also is done now. This is pink. Yeah. Now, what else is there? Okay, we know that M and P have to come together. In both the cases, we have got the same thing, right? M and P have to come together. So see, where is the possibility? The only possibility is M and P coming together in third and fourth positions. Yes or no? There's no other place available for M and P coming together. Just take this piece. In both the cases here, we have got M and P together. The only way to fix is this, that M takes fourth position and P takes third position. M and P come together. Yeah? Of course, still possibilities are there, but now, if M and P are fixed in third and fourth positions, fourth and third positions, can you take a red dot orange here? Red dot orange? No. So this is wrong. This is correct. So according to this, orange comes here and red comes here. Yeah, we are done, I guess. So seventh position is L, sixth position is yellow box, fifth position is R with orange box, R which is orange box, fourth position is M which is pink box, third position is P which is green box, second position is N which is red box. No, something is wrong still. Because we know that blue box cannot come in the first position or seventh position, and no other position is left out for blue box. Which of the boxes have been arranged? L, N, Q, M, P. O and R are left out. O and R are left out. Okay, R is also arranged, right? Somewhere. R is also arranged here. So I think only O is left out, and O has to come in which position? O can be the yellow box. Yeah, but the problem is, where is the blue box? Because in terms of colors, we have got yellow, orange, pink, green, red, yellow, pink and orange, blue. But we know that blue can neither come in first position nor in seventh position, right? Somewhere that point was given. Oh, I think, where was that point with respect to blue? Sorry, hold on. Where is that point with respect to blue? Blue. The blue box is neither at the top nor at the bottom of the arrangement. So if blue does not come at top or bottom, where would blue come? So which means something is wrong. Something is wrong. Okay, guys, I think let me skip it now. I have spent enough time. We'll do one thing. I mean, I'll do one thing. I'll record a video for the same and upload this for you guys. Or let me try out a different way of solving this. Maybe some other technique has to be applied which can help us. And I'm glad that many of you were able to crack this, but somewhere I'm getting stuck. And this reinforces my belief that the best way to solve solve this question in the exam is to skip and go to the next one. Yeah. Oh, am I missing something? I think there is one more possibility left, right? Why did I eliminate that? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I forgot that there's one more possibility left out. So maybe that can be the correct answer. Let me just check that. Sorry. So clearly the first one is ruled out because we are not able to fix the blue box here. Let's try the second one now. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I think this is taken way too longer than what it is supposed to take. Yeah. There's one more possibility left out, right? Now this has to be correct. This has to be correct. But then some points have to be fixed. What are those points? Let me fix this one first, right? The last point, R and pink have to come together, right? So where will R come? R and pink can come here. Yeah, I think the only possibility is R comes here and pink comes here. So this point is done. Now M and P have to come together like the previous case, right? M and P have to come together. The only possibility for M and P is fifth and fourth position. So M comes here and P comes here. And if you fix M and P, see, I had earlier eliminated this case, but I think this case is still open because I did not try this in the second case. M and P have been fixed because these two have to come consecutive. Now, according to this fact, if M and P have come here, if I try to fix orange should come here and red should come here, which is fine. And what about this one? If I take M and P here, then this should be red dot orange. This is ruled out anyway. I think after M and P we should have red dot orange. So MP red dot orange. Yeah, it is actually wrong for this case also. Now just fix the other one. Orange is this one, and orange MP, and red is this one. Yeah, done. So this is the correct one. And what else we know? Blue is neither first and nor seventh. So where will blue come? Blue will come in this place, fifth place. So all the colors are done, right? Yellow, pink, red, green, blue, orange. The only color left is purple, which should be seventh box. And with respect to elements N, Q, M, P, R, L, this should be O. Finally. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot that there is one more possibility we had. I did not try anything in that second possibility. And I was wondering why is it going wrong? Because having done it so slowly so that we don't miss out on anything, how can we go wrong? This is the final arrangement. The first box is yellow, which is O. Second box is L, which is pink. Third box is R, which is red. The fourth box is green in color, which is P. Fifth box is M, blue. Sixth box is Q, orange. And seventh box is N, purple. Yeah, that's the final answer. And I hope all those who have been able to crack it have got the same answer. Yeah. Anyway, I think still there should be a better way. We should find a better way to solve this. I would see if we can, develop some technique to eliminate the wrong cases. So the biggest challenge we had here was not even one position was fixed. We didn't know. At least usually what happens is when you're doing floor-based puzzles, or even when you're doing this boxes type of questions involving boxes, at least we know that third box is red in color, or the fifth box is R, or something like that, right? No such piece of information was given in this question, and that made it really complex and time consuming. And I also was left, with so much of, so many points there lying here and there. It was all over the screen, so it was a little difficult to explain. It was getting difficult to explain. While I knew that multiple possibilities have to be tried out, explaining took a lot longer. But is that the right answer? Did you all get the correct answer? I mean, did you all get the same answer? Yeah. No, we'll go to the next question now. But before that, is this clear to all of you, and have you all got the same answer? Yeah. Should we move on to the next one? Yeah, I guess you have all followed this. So let me present the next one to you all. We'll take something from quantitative aptitude. Well, this actually is a very simple question posted by Gauri Sharma, but she wanted us to explain the SMART method to solve the question, which is using percentages. Again, SMART method has also been discussed in your quantitative aptitude videos, but let me just present this and see how much time you guys take to get the answer here. So here's the question posted by Gauri Sharma. Simple one. It says 850 are invested for 3 years at the rate of 17.5 per year on simple interest. What will be the total amount at the end of 3 years? Now you don't really have to use the simple and compound interest formula to solve this question, right? 850 is the principal amount invested for a time period of 3 years at the rate of 17.5% per annum. Simple interest case. What will be the total amount at the end of 3 years? Let us first find out the simple interest. What is going to be the simple interest? See, per year 17.5. So in 3 years it is going to be 3 times of 17.5, which is 51 plus 1.5, 52.5%. Now the total amount, you don't have to write all these steps in the exam, but the total amount is going to be what? 850 principal plus 52.5% of 850. Now I know that 50% of 850 is 425. You have to understand these things mentally, right? So even if I add 50%, 850 plus 425 will make it 1275. So answer definitely should be greater than 1275, right? See, 50% itself is making it 1275. 850 plus 425, 1275. Here it is 52.5%. So it should be more than 1275. So more than 1275, immediately option 1 and option 2 gets eliminated. Of course, fifth option is none of this, so we'll have to do the precise calculation. But the point is, will it be 1296.25 or 12? And this is way too much. This is 1,29,550. I'm assuming something is wrong with the decimal placing here. There should be decimal, I guess. 1295.5. It cannot be a comma. So answer should either be 3 or 4, or it can be fifth option, none of this. Now since none of this is there, let's do a precise calculation. 50% is 425, 2.5%. What is 2.5% of 850? 10% is 85, 2.5% be 85 by 4. 85 by 4 will be 21.25. That's it. 850 plus 425 plus 21.25. So 1275 plus 20 is 1295. 1295 plus 1.25 will be 1296.25. Option 3 has to be the answer. Because I'm explaining, it has taken so much of time. When you do it yourself, you'll get the answer much faster. Alright, so Gauri Sharma, this is the smart way, right? Just play with that percentage value, right? You have to be very quick in your calculations there. Okay. The next question is from Allegations and Mixtures. This was posted by Vijay Kharpade. This also is a regular question type. I don't know why is Vijay confused and why has nobody helped Vijay out. Try this. 2 vessels contain a mixture of spirit and water. In the first vessel, the ratio of spirit to water is 8:3, and in the second vessel, the ratio is 5:1. A 35-liter cask is filled from these vessels so as to contain a mixture of spirit and water in the ratio of 4:1. How many liters are taken out from the first vessel? Try this. Allegations and Mixtures. Got it? $11 is what most of you have got, right? Let's take it up. So what does it say? 2 vessels contain a mixture of spirit and water. So there are 2 mixtures of spirit and water. In the first vessel, the ratio of spirit to water is 8:3, and in the second vessel, the ratio is 5:1. Now there is a 35-liter container which is filled from these 2 vessels, so as to contain a mixture of spirit and water in the ratio of 4:1. How many liters are taken out from the first vessel? Now very simple. First ratio is 8:3, second ratio is 5:1. The mixture of these 2 ratios will give you a ratio of 4:1, right? All these ratios are what? Spirit to water. You see, spirit to water. Here also it is spirit to water. The final mixture is also spirit is to water. Now you either take the concentrations of spirit in all the 3 cases or the concentration of water in all the 3 cases and try to apply the alligation rule. As simple as that. You getting it? For example, let's go by the concentration of spirit. What is the concentration of spirit in the first one? See, it is 8:3, right? So I can say 8 out of 11 parts. 8 parts out of 8 plus 3, 11 parts. In the second one, the ratio is 5:1. So what's the concentration of spirit? 5 parts out of 5 plus 1, 6 parts. In the overall mixture, the ratio is 4:1. So what will be the concentration of spirit? 4 parts out of 4 plus 1, 5 parts. Apply alligation rule to this. You will get a ratio. Divide 35 liters. See, the overall mixture quantity was 35 liters. So divide 35 liters in the ratio that you get here. Right? That will give you the final answer. You're getting it? So it will be like 5/6 minus 4/5, which comes here, and this will be 4/5 minus 8/11, that comes here. That's the ratio. Divide 35 liters in this ratio. Okay. There is a smarter way of solving the question. The smart way of solving the question is that you know that the quantity of he's asking us to find out what? How many liters are taken out from the first vessel. We know that the ratio in the first vessel is 8:3. So the answer should be a multiple of 11. But here there are multiple options, is a multiple of 11. See, the ratio of spirit to water in the first container is 8:3. 8 parts and 3 parts, 11 parts. So whatever is the quantity taken, there has to be some multiple of 11. Unfortunately, 22 is a multiple of 11. 11 is a multiple of 11. 16.5 is also a multiple of 11. 1.5 into 11 is 16.5. 17.5 can be eliminated if I go by that technique. But since there are 3 options left out, we'll anyway have to do the complete solution. Right? So just do that. What comes here? 30 is LCM, right? So 30 is LCM, 5 into 5, 25, and 4 into 6, 24. 1/30. Right? Here 55 is the LCM. So 11 times, right? 44, and 5 times gives you 40. 44 minus 40 is 4. So the final answer is going to be what? 55 is to 120, or nothing but 11 is to 24. That's it. If you have to divide 35 liters, see, total quantity is 35 liters. If you divide 35 liters in the ratio of 11 is to 24, the first one will be 11 liters and second one is going to be 24 liters. Straight, right? 11, 24 itself is 35. So the first quantity was 11 liters. The quantity taken from the first container was 11 liters. The quantity taken from the second container should be 24 liters. So simple solution. I mean, there's nothing complex about it. It's just that instead of percentages, we usually use percentages. In these 3 places, we use percentages, percentage concentrations. Here, ratios have been given, so you are using fractions. But fractions or percentages, the method remains the same. Yeah. Let's take the next question from Quantitative Aptitude, posted by Birendra. The ratio of cost price and MRP is 2:3, and the ratio of discount and profit is 3:2. Then find the profit percentage. The ratio of cost price and MRP is 2:3, and the ratio of discount and profit is 3:2. Then find the profit percentage. Interesting one. Quick. Anyone who's got the answer to this one? Find the profit percentage is the question. Find the profit percentage. Apurva Rawat has got 5. I'm waiting for more responses. Quick. Venu Madhavi has got 10. Ashish has got 20. So what are you guys doing? You're like participating in some auction, huh? 5%, then 10%, then 20%, and then back to 10%. So much of confusion out there. Is it 5 or 10 or 20? We have been given the ratio of cost price and MRP and the ratio of discount and profit. Tirupati has also got 20. Rahul Kumar says 40. Quick. Vinay has got 10, Avanti has got 10. Let me give you a hint. Try using some random value, it will help you out, right? He says the ratio of cost price and MRP is 2:3. Let's assume the cost price is 100, MRP should be 150. 2:3, right? So 100 and 150 respectively. The ratio of discount and profit is 3:2. Now here you cannot assume, see, either assume you assume cost price and MRP as values based on the ratio, and then the discount and profit, the ratio is 3:2. So discount is 3x, profit is 2x. So 150 minus discount should be equals to 100 plus profit. Based on that, try to solve it. So 150 minus 3x should be equal to 100 plus 2x. What is selling price? Selling price is MRP minus discount or cost price plus profit. Balance. You'll get the value of x. Once you get the value of x, you can find out the profit percentage. Patmesh has got 20. Radha Yadav, Tirumala Babu, and they have got 10. Lakshman has got 40. Good, let me take it up now. I think I've given you enough time. I've also given you a clue. Let's solve this now. The question here says the ratio of cost price and MRP is 2:3 and the ratio of discount and profit is 3:2. Then find the profit percentage. Let us assume that the cost price is 100. This is an assumption. Okay, let us assume that the cost price is 100, which implies the MRP. MRP is nothing but the list price, marked price, right? What's with the marked price? If the cost price is 100, marked price should be 150. Since CP is to MP ratio is 2:3. I'm writing all the detailed steps not required in the exam. 2 parts is 100, which means each part is 50. 3 parts will be 150. So cost price is 100, marked price is 150. Now the ratio of discount to profit is 3:2. Discount to profit is 3:2. So let us assume discount is 3x, profit is 2x. 3:2, right? So 3 parts. Discount is 3 parts, profit is 2 parts. Then find the profit percentage. Find the profit percentage is the question. See, we know that selling price is equal to cost price plus profit, or it is also equal to marked price minus discount. Do that. So I can say cost price plus profit 100 plus how much is the profit? 2x equals to marked price 150 minus how much is the discount? 3x. That is the only equation you have to write. All the previous steps are not required. I mean, I am writing it for your explanation. You should straight away start with this equation. 100 plus 2x equals to 150 minus 3x. What happens? 5x comes out to be 50, x comes out to be 10. X is equal to 10. That's it. So you know that the discount is what? Discount is 30 and the profit is 20. This becomes 30 and the profit is 20. What is he asking us to find out? Find the profit percentage. What is percentage profit? Profit upon cost price. Profit is how much? 20. Cost price how much? 100 into 100. You don't have to write this step also, right? Just by looking at profit 20 and cost price 100, you should know that the profit percentage is 20. 20 rupees profit or 100 rupees investment. So 20% is the final answer. Whichever option that is. Simple question. Yeah. So why is that you guys are so confused, right? Many of you mark 10 as the answer. Some of you mark 40 as the answer. Be careful. Discount and profit. Those are not discount percentage and profit percentage. I'm sure some of you would have taken discount and percentage and profit percentage as 3:2. It's not that. It's not that, right? It is discount percentage and profit percentage. So profit percentage is profit by cost price. So 20 rupees by 100 into 100. You get 20% is the answer. Suppose he says, what's the discount percentage? How much is the discount? How do you calculate the discount? How do you find out the discount? Discount percentage is discount upon marked price. See, discount is always calculated on marked price. So in case it's asking you to find out the discount percentage, what will you do? Discount by marked price into 100, which is 30 by 150 into 100. That also comes out to be 20. 20% discount. So no, 20% discount. 30 by 150 is 20%. So never take this. See, read the question properly. Ratio of discount and profit is 3:2. It's not ratio of discount percentage and profit percentage. That's where you go wrong. Okay, and try to assume simple values like cost price. You take it as 100. Don't try to make your life complex by taking cost price as 75. 2:3 ratio, right? So try to take a simple value for cost price or for mark price so that your calculation becomes easy. I mean, we can also assume cost price to be, let's say, 80. If cost price is 80, mark price comes out to be 120. 80 and 120 are in the ratio of 2:3. But that makes the calculation a little tedious, right? So to keep the calculation simple, assume values like 100, 1000 and so on, so that it becomes easier for you to arrive at the answer. Anyway, the final answer to this question is 20%, right? The discount is going to be 20%. Should we take up the next one? Let's take the next question. Okay, this is a straight question from a kind of calculation. Alok wants to know how to multiply 998 and 985 with the techniques discussed in online lecture. Now, if you guys have gone through the speed math video, I have explained how to multiply numbers which are closer to hundreds, numbers which are closer to 1000. So why don't you use that technique and get the answer? Try that out. You should not take more than 10 seconds to arrive at the answer here. 998 into 985. You can use the technique where we have learned how to multiply numbers closer to 100, numbers closer to 1000 and so on. Apply that technique. It should take 5 seconds, in fact, not more than that. Yes, Sonu Singh has got the answer, 98030. Somebody says split and merge. No, do not use split and merge. Let me tell you, split and merge will make it complicated here. See, the question is how to multiply 998 and 985 with the techniques discussed in online lecture. Split and merge can also be used, in fact. Split and merge can also be used, but your choice. I mean, whichever is comfortable for you. What do we have to do? 998 into 985. If you have to use split and merge, what do? 998 can be taken as 1000 minus 2 into 985. So what happens? 985 into 1000 is 985,000 straight. Minus 985 into 2. How much is 985 into 2? 900 into 1800. 85 into 2, 170. So 1970. So basically 985 minus, 9,85,000 minus 2000. So 9,83,000 plus 30. It's not 2000, right? It's 1970. So 983,030. 9,83,030 would be the answer. Right? There's one more way of doing it. I mean, this is split and merge. This is using split and merge, like somebody had selected, right? Let's go for split and merge. So using split and merge, you can do this. What's the other way of doing it? Both the numbers, if you observe, 998 and 985 are closer to 1000. 998 and 985. I am not going to explain this technique in detail. You can watch the speed math video. But based on that technique, what happens? Very simple. 998 is 2 less than 1000. 985 is 15 less than 1000. So take the difference. I mean, take the distance of the values from 1000. We are taking the base as 1000, right? Considering the base as 1000, what do we find? 998 is 1000 minus 2. 985 is 1000 minus 15. Now you have to just take, either 998 minus 15, 983, or 985 minus 2, 983. You understand? 985 minus 2 is 983, or 988 minus 15 is also 983. Then there will be 3 zeros because the base is 1000, will be 3 zeros. Plus how much? See, product of these two. Minus 2 into minus 15 is what? Plus 30. So add 30. So your answer will be 983,030. You're getting it? Very easy to apply. Very easy to apply when the numbers are both close to 1000 or both close to 100 or close to 10,000 and so on. So you can use any method. I mean, either of these two methods, depending on what is comfortable for you and depending on what you can apply easily, right? It's your choice always. Okay. Cleared, all of you? We can apply other techniques also, like 985 and 983, right? We can say 950 plus 33 and 950 plus 35. So this becomes like a plus b into a plus c. So a square plus b plus c into a plus bc. That also will give you the answer. I mean, you can try that also and find out if it is really comfortable for you to apply that or not. Should we go for the next one? All right, let me present the next question to you all. This is from Time and Distance and was posted by Praveen. A very interesting question. Let's see how many of you are able to crack this. Right? It says a ship is moving against the river flow at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Flow of the river is 5 kilometers per hour. The ship moves for 4 hours against the flow. The airflow becomes favorable and add to the net velocity by 2 kilometers per hour. Ship flows for 1 hour with favorable flow and finally reaches the shore. What is the average speed? You have to find out the average speed. Do that. Try this quickly. Got the answer? Pradeep says cannot understand the question. $20.4. Okay, Ashish and Rahul Kumar have got 20.4, and now that 2-3 of your friends have solved it already, let's take it up. See what it says. Interesting question. It says a ship is moving against the river flow at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Flow of the river is 5 kilometers per hour. The ship moves for 4 hours against the flow. The airflow becomes favorable and add to net velocity by 2 kilometers per hour. Ship flows for 1 hour with favorable flow and finally reaches the shore. What is the average speed? So basically you have to find out the average speed of the ship. You very well know that average speed is not the average of speeds, right? Average speed is total distance by total time. Average speed is nothing but total distance by total time. So all we have to do here is find out the total distance traveled by the ship and the total time taken to cover the distance. Now read the point. He says the ship is moving against the river flow at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour. So this is the speed of the ship, right? The speed of the ship is 25 kilometers per hour. The speed of the river is 5 kilometers per hour. The flow of the river, right? The river's flow is at 5 kilometers per hour. Now the ship moves for 4 hours against the flow. See, against the flow is upstream, right? So what will be the upstream speed? Speed of the ship minus speed of the river. So 25 minus 5, which is equal to 20. So the upstream speed is going to be 20 kilometers per hour. And the ship moves at this speed, 20 kilometers per hour, for how many hours? For how many hours? 4 hours. For 4 hours. So what's the distance covered? 20 into 4, 80 kilometers. Right? Next, the airflow becomes favorable. Understand, he's not talking about the river flow. Now the airflow becomes favorable. So air is favoring the ship and it adds to the net velocity by 2 kilometers per hour. See, what's the net velocity? The net velocity is 20 kilometers per hour. Net velocity is nothing but the upstream speed, right? This is nothing but the net velocity, right? The net velocity or upstream speed is 20 kilometers per hour. But the airflow is now favoring the ship and it adds to its speed by 2 kilometers per hour. Right? So what is the new net velocity? What is the new net velocity? It will be 25, which is the speed of the ship, minus 5, which is the speed of the river, plus 2. It is increasing the net velocity by 2. So it becomes 22 kilometers per hour. And the ship flows for 1 hour with favorable flow. It's favoring, right? It moves for 1 hour at this speed, right? For how many hours? For 1 hour, right? It moves for 1 hour, 22 kilometers per hour for 1 hour. So how much distance will it cover? 22 kilometers. And it reaches the destination, finally reaches the shore. What is the average speed? Average speed is total distance. Total distance is 80 plus 22, 102. Divided by total time. What is total time? 4 hours plus 1 hour, 5 hours. 102 by 5. 102 by 5 is 20.4. So your answer should be 20.4 kilometers per hour. Option B. Very simple. In fact, you should be able to solve this question mentally. There is nothing to be put on paper, right? I mean, if you observe, most of the steps that I've written here are, can be avoided in the exam, right? I mean, this is speed of the ship, speed of the river, which is already given. Upstream speed, do you have to do paperwork for that? No. 20 kilometers per hour. For 4 hours means obviously 80 kilometers. All this can be understood mentally. 80 kilometers in 4 hours. New net velocity, you know that the upstream speed is 20. To that you have to add 2. It becomes 22 kilometers per hour. For how many hours? Only for 1 hour. 22 kilometers. All you have to do is this calculation. Total distance is 80 plus 22, 102. Total time is 4 plus 1, 5. 102 by 5. 102 by 5 is 20.4. Right? So that's about that question from time and distance. Or boats and streams to be precise. A new angle here is that the airflow is also helping in the movement of the ship. Samriddhi says is 25 is in the upstream speed? No. I know that the statement is not very, it can confuse some of you because it says a ship is moving against the river flow at the speed of 25 kilometers per hour. But understand, the ship is moving at 25 kilometers per hour. But the river flow will hold it back. So the ship speed is always 25 only. But 5 kilometers per hour is acting against that. So it overall net speed becomes 20 only. Right? 25 minus 5, 20. Okay, it is not the upstream speed, it is the speed of the ship, right? Ship is moving at 25, water is running at 5 against this, so the net velocity becomes 25 minus 5. Clear to all of you? Any more confusion? If this is clear, we can take up maybe one last question before we close it, right? Maybe one complex circular arrangement where some people are facing inwards, some are facing outwards, right? Many of you recently have asked us to solve such questions, and luckily one of your friends has posted a circular arrangement like that. Clear? Should we take it up? Why is the chat not moving? Are you guys there? Or left? Oh, you might have, some of you might have left already. It's 1:25, huh? The session was supposed to close at 1. Chalo, the last question, I think after this we'll close it. You anyway have your RB means exam tomorrow, so I don't want you to spend so much time in these live sessions. Prepare well. And there's nothing to prepare, in fact. I mean, after this session, first of all, you should not be a part of this session if you have your exam tomorrow. Even if you have been a part of this session, what you should do immediately after this session is just wind up. I mean, close your preparation and just relax. Okay. So let's take up the next one. The next question is on a complex circular arrangement involving people facing center as well as outwards, posted by your friend Vishnu Sai Swarupa. Here's the question. So it says 8 friends, read it, 8 friends P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W are sitting around a circular table. Some are facing the center while some are not facing the center. That is in a direction opposite to the center. And there's a lot of data given there. S sits third to the right of Q, T sits second to the left of Q, and so on. The immediate neighbors of Q face the same direction. R sits second to the left of T. T faces the center. So try and solve this now. I hope all of you are trying this out. Circular arrangement involving center and outward facing people. Remember, if a person is facing center, left is clockwise, right is anti-clockwise. And when he's facing outwards, it's vice versa. Done. Ashish and Samriddhi have done this, waiting for more people to respond. Anusha, Apurva Rawat have joined the team who has solved it. Waiting for more of you to join this. Nilesh Chaudhary, Gokul, these guys have also done it. Should we take it up now? It's an easy one. Rahul says it's an easy one. Chalo, let me solve this. I hope all of you have understood. Pooja, Sindhuja, good. So let's try this. See what it says. 8 friends P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W are sitting around a circular table. Some are facing the center while some are not facing the center. Right? That is in an opposite direction to the center. S sits third to the right of Q. So now the information starts. So basically we have to arrange 8 persons P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W around a circular table. Some are facing center and some are not facing the center, which means they are facing outwards. So important point to be noted is when a person is facing center, left is always taken clockwise, right should be taken anti-clockwise. When they are facing outwards, left should be anti-clockwise and right has to be taken in the clockwise direction. Okay, so let's first put up a circle. 8 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, right? Read the first point. S sits third to the right of Q. Now S sits third to the right of Q cannot be marked because it depends on what direction is Q facing. If Q is facing center, S will be third to the right of Q, anti-clockwise of Q. If Q is facing outwards, S will be clockwise of Q. So there are multiple possibilities. T sits second to the left of Q. T sits second to the left of Q. So this also will depend on the direction of Q. So we can do one thing. I think immediately we can start with 2 possibilities. One where Q is facing center, the other where Q is facing outwards. So let me draw one more circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's assume Q sits here. But in one case Q is facing center. In the other case Q is facing outwards. Okay. Read the first point. S sits third to the right of Q. Third to the right of Q. Q is facing center. Right of Q anti-clockwise. First, second, third. S comes here. Q is facing outwards. Right of Q will be clockwise. First, second, third. S comes here. Remember, we do not know what direction is S facing. It could be center or outwards. Next point says T sits second to the left of Q. T sits second to the left of Q. Do that. First and second. T comes here. Left of Q, clockwise, right? In this case, since Q is facing outwards, left will be anti-clockwise. So T will be first and second in this position. The immediate neighbors of Q face the same direction. That is, if one person is facing center, then the other person also faces center and vice versa. So both these neighbors will either face center or both will face outwards. We'll come to that point whenever required. I think now it's not useful. R sits second to the left of T. R sits second to the left of T. And then we know T faces the center. I think this point is useful. T faces center. So fix this. T is facing center. Now go back to the previous point. R sits second to the left of T. R sits second to the left of T. So since T is facing center, left will be clockwise. First and second, R comes here. Here also, since T is facing center, left is clockwise, right? First and second, R has to come here. But how can Q and R both be in the same position? No. So this is wrong. You're able to follow. So very easily, we have eliminated the wrong possibility there. So this is the arrangement so far. Q, T, R and S, where both Q and T are facing center. The directions of R and S are not known to us. Next point says U sits third to the right of R. U sits third to the right of R. Third to the right of R. Now third to the right of R, there could be 2 possibilities. First, second, third, or first, second, third, depending on which direction does R face. So should we try out those 2 possibilities? Let me just read the next statement. V sits second to the left of W. V sits second to the left of W. W is not an immediate neighbor of Q. V sits second to the left of W. W is not an immediate neighbor of Q. V faces the same direction as S. The immediate neighbors of T face opposite directions. That is, if one person is facing center, the other person faces outwards. The immediate neighbor of U face opposite direction. I think we are better off taking the 2 possibilities. So I'll quickly duplicate this also. 1, 2. See, because I'm explaining, it is taking longer. While there is some paperwork involved, when you do it yourself, you won't be spending so much time, right? You will cut down all the explanation part. So I've just duplicated whatever we had above, right? R, S, T and Q facing center. The next point was U sits third to the right of R. U sits third to the right of R. So in this case, let's assume R is facing center. In this case, let's assume R is facing outward. U sits third to the right of R. R is facing center, right? Right will be anti-clockwise. First, second, third. U comes here. R is facing outwards. Right will be clockwise. First, second, third. U comes here. You getting it? Depending on the position of R. U sits third to the right of R. U sits third to the right of R. Okay. Then the next point is V sits second to the left of W. W is not an immediate neighbor of Q. Okay, this point is important. W is not an immediate neighbor of Q. W is not a neighbor of Q. So W cannot come in this position. Here W cannot come in this position. Right? What do we know? V sits second to the left of W. V sits second to the left of W. See, if you take W in this position, for the sake of argument, let's say W is in this position. V sits second to the left of W. First of all, W's direction is not known. However, if W faces center, V sits second to the left of W. So 1 and 2, V has to come here, which is not possible. If W faces outwards, 1 and 2, V has to come here, which also is not possible. Which means W cannot come in this position as well. You're able to follow. If I take W in this position, either center or outwards, V cannot be accommodated. So W cannot come there. So the only possibility is W has to come here. But here again you see V sits second to the left of W. Now if W is facing center, V has to come here, which is not possible. If W is facing outwards, V has to come here, which also is not possible. So W cannot come even in this position. So there were only 3 places available. All those 3 cannot take W, which means this is wrong. So this has to be correct. Now try what happens here. See, can W come in this position? In this position? No, because V sits second to the left of W, right? V second to the left of W. So either V has to come here or has to come here. Both the positions are blocked. So W cannot come here. So the only possibility is W comes here. And V sits second to the left of W. Now, the only position for V is this one now. See, second to this side of W is not available. Only second to this side is available. And left of W is coming out to be anti-clockwise, which means W is facing outwards. We know that V sits second to the left of W. Left of W has come out to be anti-clockwise. That can happen only when W is facing outwards. Right? So let me arrangement is done. P will take the left out position. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Now just the directions have to be marked. See, there were some points of given to us, right? V faces the same direction as S. V faces the same direction as S. Achha, that we don't know. Immediate neighbors of T face opposite directions. Okay, immediate neighbors of T face opposite directions. See, W is facing outwards, so V should face inwards because immediate neighbors are facing opposite direction. And if V is facing inwards, S also will face inwards because V will face the same direction as S. So we know the directions of S, R, W, T, V, Q. Only P and U are left out. The immediate neighbors of U face opposite direction. Immediate neighbors of U face opposite direction. So Q is facing center, P will be facing outwards. See, these are neighbors of U, Q and P. They face opposite direction. So since Q is facing center, P has to face outwards. How about the direction of U? How do we get the direction of U? This point. The immediate neighbors of Q face same direction. Immediate neighbors face same direction. So V is facing center, U also will face center. So this is the final arrangement, right? Q, V, T, W, R, S, P, U. And who are all facing center? T, V, Q, U, S are facing center. W, R and P are facing outwards. Right? W, R and P are facing outwards. Alright? So a simple one, not very complex. You just get 2 or 3 possibilities. You're better off trying those possibilities, right? I mean, usually when you're solving questions on, some people facing center and some facing outwards, it is better to take up whatever possibilities available and quickly verify, because if you try to do it in the same circle, it gets confusing. You understand? Because not only the positions are different possibilities are there for the positions, but also that the person may be facing center or outwards. So all that will make it like really very confusing. So you better do 2 different circles and try out both the possibilities. Okay. Atish Dalal says anti-clock answer in the clockwise direction is T, W, R, S, P, U, Q, V. Right. Clear to all of you? Any confusion here? Should we close the session now? It's already 1:35. Or should we take up one more question? Let's take up one more question, one more circular arrangement. Again, some people facing center, some facing outwards. But this time there's one more complexity. Few are males and few are females. Right? Some are males and some are females. Okay, so let me take up this question again. This is the last question for the session today. We have already extended the session by 40 minutes, but let's take just one more question. Right? Similar question, 8 friends sitting around a circular table. Some face center, some face outwards. This time he has very clearly given that 3 face outwards, 5 face center. But then the additional parameter which has to be fixed is the gender. right? Are these guys males or female? That's what you need to decide. So here we go. Read this. It says 8 friends A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are sitting around a circular table, not necessarily in the same order. 3 of them are facing outward while 5 are facing towards the center. And there are equal number of males and females in the group. So basically 4 males and 4 females. Now try to answer. I hope all of you are trying this. Last question for the session today on a complex circular arrangement. Done? Nilesh Chaudhary has done this. Quick. Done? Last minute, one more minute before we take this up. Okay, so time is up. Let's discuss this question now. So this was posted by your friend Amulya. It says, 8 friends, A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are sitting around a circular table, not necessarily in the same order. 3 of them are facing outward while 5 are facing towards the center. Right? 3 of them are facing outwards and 5 are facing towards the center. So a question that involves both center as well as outward facing persons. And then he says there are equal number of males and females in the group. So totally there are 8 friends and there are equal number of males and females, meaning there are 4 males and 4 females. So let's try this. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are this doesn't look like a circle in any way, right? Let me just redraw once. 1 second. I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 positions. Now, read the first point. C is facing the center. All right, very easy. So C is facing the center. Put it up. E is sitting third to the right of C. E is sitting third to the right of C. First, second, third. E has to come here. Remember, we do not know what direction is E facing, right? Center or outwards, both are possible. F is sitting third to the left of E. F is sitting third to the left of E. Now understand, F is third to the left of E. So first, second, third, either F can come here, but it's not allowed because C is already sitting. So F has to go on the other side. First, second, third. F has to come here. Yes or no? F is third to the left of E. Third to the left of E, there were 2 possibilities, but on one of the possibilities, C was seated. So we can say F is third to the left of E, first, second, third. Now left of E has come out to be anti-clockwise. Left of E has come out to be anti-clockwise. That can happen only when E is facing outwards. So E is the one who is facing outwards, right? F's direction is not known to us. F could be facing center or outwards. Both are possible. 3 persons are sitting between F and B. See, you know that in case of 8 friends who are seated around a circular table, when we say that 3 persons are sitting between 2 persons, those 2 persons have to be opposite to each other. So if F is here, B has to be here. So 3 persons, you see, on either sides, you find 3 persons between F and B. The immediate neighbors of B are females. Immediate neighbors of B are females. Who are the immediate neighbors of B? One is E, female, and whoever comes here is also a female. G is sitting third to the right of F. G is sitting third to the right of F. Third to the right of F. First, second, third. Can G come here? No. First, second, third. G has to come here. And right of F has come out to be anti-clockwise. Right of F has come out to be anti-clockwise, which means F is facing center. Right? D is sitting third to the right of A. D is sitting third to the right of A. D is sitting third to the right of A. See, understand, D is sitting third to the right of A, meaning what? D and A have to take these 2 positions in some order. I mean, this could be D or A, or this could be A or D. Yes, and only then we can have one person third to the right of the other person, right? First, second, third, or first, second, third, like this. So clearly D and A will block these 2 positions. So obviously in the left out position, H has to come. H has to come here. I know that D is sitting third to the right of A. We do not know which positions will D and A take. It could be either ways. It can be D here and A here, or A here and D here. And accordingly we can, decide whether A is center or outwards. But whatever be the case, H has to come in the left out position, right? Now the next point given to us, A is not an immediate neighbor of E. A is not an immediate neighbor of E. This is useful. A is not a neighbor of E. A cannot come here, which means D has to come here. And if D comes here, A has to come here. And what do we know? D is sitting third to the right of A. See, third to the right of A. Right of A has come out to be clockwise. First, second, third. Right of A is clockwise, which means A is facing outwards. A is facing outwards. Neighbors of E are males. Neighbors of E are males. Neighbors of E are males. So B is a male. D also is a male. The immediate neighbors of D are females. It's not there. It's D. D space R. Okay. Immediate neighbors of D are females. Immediate neighbors of D are females. So E is a female. H also is a female. And face outside. And face outside. So H also faces outside. See, we've already got 3 persons facing outside. H, E, and A. We know that only 3 of them are facing outwards. 3 of them are facing outwards. So obviously the rest of them are facing inwards. D is facing inwards. B is facing inwards. G also is facing inwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 persons are facing inwards. The rest of them are facing outwards. The one sitting third to the left of B is a male. The one who is sitting third to the left of B is a male. Third to the left of B. Left of B. B is center, right? Facing center. So left of B is clockwise. First, second, third. A is a male. No female is an immediate neighbor of G. No female is an immediate neighbor of G. So immediate neighbors of G are not females, which means immediate neighbors of G are males. And I think we've already got the 4 male persons, right? A is male, C is male, B is male and D is male. So remaining have to be females. F is also a female. Done. In one straight reading, we get the final solution. So that was an easy one. While it looked to be complex, that there are 8 persons, 3 facing outwards, 5 facing inwards, 4 are males, 4 are females, right? But when you solve it, you figure out that, you know, it was a simple one, and I think should not take more than 2 minutes for you to get to the final arrangement in the exam, and another 30 seconds maybe to read out the 5 questions and mark the answers. So overall about 2.5 to 3 minutes maximum to bag 5 marks from this so-called complex circular arrangement. Okay, anyways, with this we come to the end of this session. There are a few more questions that I have, both from aptitude as well as reasoning, but we will take it up in the next doubts clarification session. You can just refer to our events calendar for the schedule, right? But remember, going forward, your reasoning and quantitative aptitude doubts clarification sessions will be held together, as in the same session we'll discuss questions from both reasoning as well as quant, and the other sessions will be for English doubts clarification session, right? English doubts clarification. I would also like to tell you guys that since the SSC CGL Tier 1 exams have been, SSC CGL Tier 1 results have been announced, we will now be doing all those exclusive live sessions for SSC CGL exam as well, right? The next round, you know, is the Tier 2 exam, where you will be tested on quantitative abilities and English language, right? English comprehension. So what we will do is we will have exclusive sessions for those additional topics like trigonometry, geometry, algebra, and solve your questions there, right? You must have noticed that in these quantitative aptitude sessions, we usually do not take questions from those topics, geometry, trigonometry, algebra, because this is not a common this is not the common syllabus for both bank and SSC exams. But now that your focus will be on Tier 2 exam, we will be doing exclusive sessions for these additional topics. We will let you know about the calendar through an email and SMS. And also we will plan the SSC CGL Tier 2 refresher sessions. I think if I'm not wrong, the calendar is already published. You can just check that yourself in your dashboard and join us in those sessions accordingly. Okay. So on that, let me sign off from the session. Thank you all for joining us. I hope all of you have enjoyed. We will try and make sure that your doubts are cleared much faster by answering more and more questions to the forum itself, and by increasing this frequency of doubts clarification sessions as well. Okay, until then, you guys just have to continue practicing and take very good care of yourselves. I wish you all the very best for your IBPS RRB mains exam tomorrow and the next weekend. I hope all of you do well and come back to us for your preparation for the next round, or by letting us know that you've got your dream job, right? Thank you so much. See you all again in the next session. Bye.